Are shadow people real? Let's explore the mysterious world of shadow people, a phenomenon that has sparked debate and curiosity among many. Are shadow people real? In this video, we delve into the concept of shadow people, exploring their origins, reported encounters, and the possible explanations behind these enigmatic entities. From folklore to modern day sightings, we examine the evidence and theories surrounding these dark, human like figures that seem to lurk just out of sight. Just as we venture into the unknown and uncover the truth behind the legend of shadow people. Shadow people are mysterious entities that lurk in the corners of our perception, striking fear into the hearts of those who claim to have seen them. They're a staple of folklore and popular culture with countless stories and legends woven around their enigmatic presence. I personally have seen shadow figures. I have had them quite close. I have been within range to touch them, reach out nearly and touch them. I have been within range countless times of being able to hit them with a rock. I never threw a rock at them, but I could have, should I have chosen to. So yes, I believe in shadow people. I've seen them. I have photographs of shadows that are shadow people in different shadow places. Some of them are hard to say. People can argue about some of the photographs, but the thing about it is when we're as a group, we see things together, and there were 5 or 6 of us at many of these events, and so we know what happened. And we are testimony for and documentation to the picture. We're eyewitnesses, and so if you believe the group, then you can believe the picture for what it's worth. The psychological implications of experiencing shadow person are profound, with many questioning their own sanity after such an encounter. So many people pick up shadow figures in their peripheral vision when they're sitting around doing things, and they start to doubt whether or not they are really seeing a shadow person or whether there's somebody really there. So that's one of the reasons why they doubt themselves. Are these entities merely a product of imagination, or is there something more sinister at play? I don't think they're sinister in any way. I think they are fun-loving entities, at least the ones I've encountered. And they've been fun to chase in cemeteries, and they've played havoc in some of the photographs and stuff, but none have been anything more than playful with me. I had one that really played a game with me one night, and it appeared right in front of me, and the team was out and around. I called the team to find out where their locations were. I'm staring at this shadow figure that must have been 20 feet away, not far. And I'm looking clearly at it. And I had I just knew that if I blinked, he was going to disappear. And I said he, I don't know for sure. But anyway, I'm sitting here, eyes on him and talking to all the team and say, hey, where are y'all? What room are you in? Hey, can you come back my way toward the kitchen? And, trying to direct everybody in. So we'd have this dude cut off and surround him and advance on him. And my eyes got to burning more and more, and nobody was getting into location fast enough. My eyes were really burning, and I just knew that as soon as I blinked, he'd be gone, and I blinked, and he's gone. So that was kind of a fun thing, because it was kind of I had the feeling of fun going on between me and it, and we were trying to see whose will would be weakened first. The will that weakens first strengthens the other. And so I weakened first, I strengthened the entity, and I think it was laughing at me when it left. Are these entities merely a product of our imagination, or is there something more sinister? I've answered that for you. At least the ones I've dealt with. The paranormal community is awash with stories of shadow people, each one more terrifying than the last. But what drives these entities to haunt our every waking moment? I think there are different reasons, and there are different types of shadow people, and they're there for different reasons. So you might have a different experience with shadow people. From a scientific perspective, shadow people can be explained away as a simple trick of light. Our brains processing visual information in a way that creates the illusion of a figure. But what about the cases where shadow people are seen in broad daylight? My case was broad daylight, the one I'm talking about, when it was 20 feet away. Or when their presence is felt by multiple people at once. And I can remember one night when Jarrell and I and Rachel and Siobhan were out in the cemetery, and there was one in just a few feet away from us, and we were chasing this black shadow person through the cemetery and hopping over tombstones as we ran after it. But what about the broad daylight? Okay, and when their presence is felt by multiple people at once, so we've had that experience too. It's clear that there's more to this phenomenon than a simple optical illusion. Cultural interpretations of another perspective, with some believing that shadow people are harbingers of doom and even malevolent entities from another realm. I have never had a malevolent feeling or felt like a shadow person was a harbinger of doom, and we've had some that were a little on the edge, maybe. One fascinating theory suggests that shadow people are, in fact, aspects of our own psyche, manifestations of our own collective unconsciousness. Now, that's interesting, don't you think? According to this theory, our minds create these entities as a way of processing and dealing with darker aspects of our own nature. But what about those who claim to have seen shadow people in a more tangible sense? Are they simply mistaken, or is there something more going on? One story that stands out in particular is that of a woman who claimed to have seen a shadow person in her childhood home. She described the entity as tall, imposing, and utterly terrifying. Its presence felt throughout the entire house. What's remarkable about this story is that multiple family members collaborated her account, each one describing the same figure in vivid detail. This raises some intriguing questions. Are shadow people, in fact, a shared psychological experience? Or is there something more material at play? The evidence may be anecdotal, but it's undeniable that shadow people have left an indelible mark on our collective psyches. Whether you believe they're mere figments of our own imaginations or harbingers of the unknown, one thing is for certain: their existence continues to facilitate and terrify us in equal measure. So what do you think? Are shadow people real, or are they simply the product of our imaginations? From my own experiences, I say shadow people are very real. Share your own experience in the comments below, and be sure to check out our other videos. We have 149 of them posted on YouTube now. So there are plenty with different subject matters to cover anything paranormal. I hope you'll tune into our channel on YouTube at Exploring the Supernatural. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of shadow people. Until next time, stay curious. We'll talk to you later. Good night.